Hello students, today we will learn that what is the concept of continuity equation in Cartesian coordinate system. It means I will discuss about that in case some steady flow of fluid is occurring, then what does this equation means du by dx plus dv by dy plus dw by dz equals to 0. So I will tell you the physical significance behind this equation. I will not particularly derive it so that it can be understood in a better way. Okay. So first of all, I will take the example of an incompressible fluid flow because this equation is particularly meant for incompressible fluids. Those are liquids. Okay. Suppose that this is a system through which a fluid is flowing, incompressible fluid, say liquid is flowing. Okay. And steady flow is occurring. Okay. So for the fluid which is incompressible, the steady flow is that type of flow in which the amount of volume flow rate which is going inside the system is exactly equal to the amount of volume flow rate which is exiting from the system. Okay, volume flow rate in equals to volume flow rate out. Okay, in case some incompressible fluid is flowing through some system. Okay, now for that steady flow, why it is said du by dx plus dv by dy plus dw by dz equals to 0. First of all, what does these terms means? See, du by dx tells the rate of change of velocity of fluid with respect to x direction. Okay, du is the change in velocity, dx is the change in position of fluid in x direction. Similarly, dv by dy equals to rate of change of velocity of fluid with respect to y direction. dv is the change of velocity in y direction and dy is the change in position of fluid in y direction, and dw by dz equals to rate of change of velocity of fluid with respect to z direction. Okay, so remember this thing that in case the fluid is flowing steadily through some system, then each and every point of that system will follow this rule du by dx plus dv by dy plus dw by dz. Why? Let's discuss about that. I will take an example. Suppose I am taking a very small elemental part of this flow, a cubical part, and here I have drawn that. Okay, and suppose the length, breadth and height of that cubical part be 1 centimeter long, 1 centimeter broad and 1 centimeter is the height. Okay, and suppose in x direction some fluid is entering, incompressible fluid is entering with a velocity 4 centimeter per second. Okay, and it is exiting this cube with 3 centimeter per second. Similarly, in y direction, suppose the same fluid is entering with 6 centimeter per second and outcoming with 3 centimeter per second, and in z direction suppose the fluid is entering with 7 centimeter per second. Now what is the outcoming velocity in z direction? That we have to calculate because that is fixed. Okay, that depends upon all these 5 velocities. Remember this thing, we can choose arbitrarily all the velocities, all the 5 velocities, but the 6th one is then dependent. Okay, so first of all, when the fluid is entering to this cube in x direction, okay, then net volume of fluid accumulated due to flow of fluid in x direction will be simple. How much fluid is going inside? The volume of fluid is going inside is, we know this thing, that velocity into area, into the area through which fluid is flowing is what the volume flow rate. So 4 into 1 into 1, that is equals to 4 centimeter cube per second. That is the amount of fluid which is entering inside, and what is outcoming, that is equals to 3 centimeter per second into 1 into 1. Okay, because the cross sectional area at the entrance is 1 into 1 centimeter square, at the exit also it is 1 centimeter square. Okay, so 4 into 1 into 1 minus 3 into 1 into 1, that is equals to 1 centimeter cube per second. It means what? We can see that the amount of fluid which is going inside in x direction is more than the amount of fluid which is coming out. Therefore, this much accumulation of fluid will take place. This much 1 centimeter cube of fluid will remain inside per unit time per second. That's it. The accumulation of fluid in x direction we have calculated. Now the fluid accumulation due to movement of fluid in y direction, see 6 centimeter per second is the entering velocity. So 6 into 1 into 1 is the amount of fluid is entering, and how much is going out, that is equal to 3 into 1 to 1. Okay, so the difference is what accumulating inside, so that is equals to 3 centimeters cube per second. Now the fluid which is going inside in z direction is 7 centimeter per second is the velocity. So 7 into 1 into 1 equals to 7 centimeter cube per second. Okay, so due to all these three things, due to all these accumulations, how much total amount of fluid accumulation is taking place? That will be 7 plus 3 plus 1, that is equals to 11 centimeter cube per second of fluid will start accumulating inside the cube. Okay, but the flow is steady and in steady flow we will think that the amount of fluid which is going inside is exactly equal to amount of fluid which is coming outside. That's it. So no accumulation can take place. So it means what? That whatever accumulation which is happening inside due to all these movement of fluids must come out with the same rate in z direction. So that to balance this thing, the accumulation rate is 11 centimeter cube per second. So 11 centimeter cube per second will come out in z direction. So the volume flow rate upon the area of cross section will give the velocity. So this the fluid will come out in z direction with 11 centimeter per second. Then only that rule will remain intact, that amount of fluid going inside per second is equals to the net amount of fluid which is coming out per second, otherwise not. That's it. Okay, now what is du by dx? Okay, so du by dx is actually u2 minus u1, the change in velocity in x direction, upon dx x2 minus x1. So u2 equals to how much? That is equals to 3, and u1 equals to how much? 4. So 3 minus 4, and dx equals to how much? 1 centimeter. So 3 minus 4 upon 1, that is equals to minus 1 per second. The unit will be per second, reason being this u2 minus u1 is velocity centimeter per second, and this is the centimeter. So centimeter will be cancelled, so it is minus 1 per second. Now what is dv by dy? The change of velocity in y direction upon the change in position in y direction. So v2 minus v1 equals to how much? That is equals to 3 minus 6, so that is equals to minus 3 upon y2 minus 1, so it is minus 3 per second. Now what is dw by dz? Like same, we have found that this exit velocity in z direction is equals to 11. So 11, and inlet velocity in z direction is 7 centimeter per second, 11 centimeter per second. Okay, so 11 minus 7, w2 minus w upon 1, that equals to 4 per second. Okay, now in case you add up all these three, du by dx plus dv by dy plus dw by dz, what you will get? You will get 0. Okay, so this is what, by the help of a small example, this cube example, I told you that what does this continuity equation means. Okay, so it means what? That in case a steady flow is occurring, okay, then within the system each and every point has to follow this equation, otherwise the flow cannot be steady. In case we are defining the flow to be steady flow and the fluid is incompressible, then this equation has to be followed everywhere. This is the continuity equation in Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, so hope by this small lecture you would have understood that what is the physical significance behind the continuity equation in Cartesian coordinate system. Thank you.